been told that I make wrong decisions, and unfortunately, that's true. There are very few people in my life that know me for me. I'm a little bit of a complicated guy. You see, for me, I say whatever comes to my head. Sometimes it does good, and sometimes, too often than not, it does bad. People that really know me know I don't come from a bad place. I'm a good guy. It comes very naturally for me, but too often than not, I get screwed for it. Don't get me wrong, I can say mean things, I can be an ass, but it really has to trigger me now. One thing I've noticed about myself is I don't get angry or sad anymore unless it's really forced on me, you know? I've been through a lot, as I think everyone has. I've also been told that I live in my own world, which now that I look at it, I totally do. I live in a completely different world. I live in a world where I think everyone thinks like me, where everyone's good and happy in this amazing utopia. But unfortunately, that's not how this world works, because there are way too many NPCs out there. But that's for a whole other video. The reason I think everyone thinks like me is because when I look at somebody else, I see the exact same thing. So why wouldn't they think like me? Which people also don't seem to understand, but again, that's for a whole other video. But really, we are exactly the same. In nature, a lot of species will do the exact same as the previous generation of the species. A herd of elephants will go to the same watering hole. A group of monkeys know which fruit to eat and what not to eat. Heck, a baby turtle has to figure out things as a baby. Even humans have stayed in groups rather than being alone. There's more to this, just bear with me. Now, just to pause on that note, I've also been told that I contradict myself. And unfortunately, this is also very true. But again, I feel like sometimes it's like the other person doesn't get what I'm saying. It's very frustrating, but again, that's for a completely different video. So now, I'm gonna contradict myself a little bit. I just said, we are all the same, and in nature, a lot of species does the exact same thing as the previous generation. But also, we are all not the same, and some animals don't follow its instincts. We are all so different. Humans are in fact on a way bigger scale. Each and every one of us are so different, but so similar at the same time. It's the law of large numbers that make things easier to judge, which is why I said a herd of elephants will go to the same watering hole, and even humans have stayed in groups rather than being alone. Because looking at it as a whole, you can obviously say that, but obviously you have your few that don't go to the same watering hole, and some humans who do want to be alone. We make the same decisions as a group and follow the previous generation. But individually, whether good or bad, we all make such different decisions, just like in nature. You see, animals in nature are constantly surviving and occupied finding food. We, on the other hand, have changed our old ways, and now we don't have to survive anymore. But finding food is always in our thoughts, because we have to eat. I'm gonna give you a metaphor, because sometimes I feel like it's the best way to explain something. In nature, a mother lioness will protect her cubs with all her strength. But then again, not all. You have your few that won't take care of their cubs and they get eaten. Or you have the one that needs to hunt and in that time her cubs were eaten. A wrong decision by the mother lioness. How does a lioness know how to do all this? Through instinct, through decisions. There are a few of us out there that know how to be good and do the right thing in life. Just like the many lionesses that succeeded. Just with her instinct, she protects her cubs, hunts for their food, and keeps their generation going. How does she do it? Good? Bad? Right? Wrong? That doesn't exist in nature. Now with humans, we are obviously way more complex. We have brains and so many people on this planet, we can't even compare ourselves to any other species. But unlike the lioness, the way we live our lives really affects one another because we all rely on each other. So if we do something bad or good, whether it's for your family or your life, whatever it may be, it plays a big role in society and the well-being of others. For people nowadays, it's so easy to step on somebody else to get to the top or to use someone else for something. At the end of the day, we need to never forget that we are animals. We often forget that, but this is why you have more spiritual people and everybody else. People who are not spiritual, whether they're conscious of it or not, are just animals in a sophisticated world. And coming back to nature, nature is mean, nature is scary, nature is kill or be killed. Nature is survival. That's the reality. We are blessed as humans to be able to appreciate nature rather than being in it. But when you have animals in a sophisticated world, you have mean and scary and kill or be killed and survival. It's as simple as that. I've discovered through my 20 years of being on this planet that the world is a shitty place. There's so much unhappiness and pretense and so much bullshit. The few of us that see this are usually spiritual people. Again, whether you're conscious of it or not. We appreciate being alive. We don't judge people. We don't want to fight. We love our amazing planet. Again, all of this if you're conscious of it or not. I mean, either you're a good person or you're bad. And I think if you truly cut the shit, no bullshit, you talk to yourself in your head, rationalize everything, be real, which by the way has been completely ruined, but that's for a whole other video, and think, am I a good person or not? Sometimes when I meet people, I don't know if I'm talking to anyone. I don't know if there's a person inside. I can't even try to understand that. So all I can do is do good for this world. And that's what I'm gonna do. I look at all the change that is happening, and I believe slowly there are gonna be more good people than bad. I mean, look at all the YouTubers that are doing good in this world. I wanna take that to way larger lengths. I wanna be like Jesus and solve everyone's problems with money. But first, I actually have to make it on YouTube and make some money in order to do good in this world. So that's why I'm going to be starting this series called Things I Regret. Because coming back all the way to the start of this video, I make bad decisions, as do a lot of people. But I'm going to profit off my bad decisions. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow me on my journey of bad decisions.
So let's ride.
Heck, a baby turtle has to figure out its life as... Heck, a baby turtle has to figure out life... Heck, a baby turtle has to figure out things... Heck...